your calling is the way you show up in the assignments that God has already placed in your hands. This is chapter 2 of Becoming Her, a full class on confidence, calling, and clothing. So today we are going over aligning your presence with your season. Whatever season you are in, I want to help you to align the way you dress, how you show up, how you present yourself to the world with where you are in your life. Now that you already understand how confidence is built, that's what we talked about in chapter 1. It's built over time, and it's not found. It's not something that you're just born with. I want to take it to the next step, which is understanding your calling. Because if confidence answers the question, who am I becoming? Then calling answers the question, what am I here to do right now in this season of life? And once you know those two things, everything about how you show up, your wardrobe, your energy, your habits, it starts to make sense. Let's talk about it. When the word calling, when I say the word calling, most women either light up and they're so excited, or they tense up. Some think it means a single grand purpose, like 15 minutes of fame type deal, like a spotlight moment waiting out there for you somewhere. Others just think, oh, that's not really for me. I'm just doing my best with what's in front of me. This is the truth. Your calling is not a title. It's not a far off goal, a journey. It is a journey. It's not a far off goal that maybe someday you'll reach, possibly. Your calling is not a title. It's not a job description. It is not a platform or a stage. Maybe it's on a stage. Maybe it's on a platform. It's the spirit with which you lead your home, your attitude that you bring to your work, the way you serve and carry yourself in everyday moments. Calling is how you do what you do, not just what you do. When you begin to see your life through that lens, your calling is the way you show up in the assignments that God has already placed in your hands. You start to realize that you don't have to wait for purpose. You are already living it wherever you are, where you are. You just need to align your presence with it. And see, that's where your style, your routines, and your confidence start to come all together. It's because when your calling and your confidence agree, your life feels congruent. It feels like it's all together. It feels right. Your inside and outside finally matches. Every woman carries a message, spoken or unspoken. It's the story her presence tells before she even says a word. When your presence is aligned with your calling, people feel peace around you. They sense confidence and clarity and authority, and that doesn't have to shout. But when your presence is out of alignment, when your outer world doesn't match your inner assignment, that is when you feel that constant friction and you second guess, you hold back, you feel unseen, even when you're showing up. So let me say this clearly. You do not need to look like everyone else in your lane. You just need to look like you. The version of you that fully owns her role, your voice, and your season. Whatever season you're in, your calling, your story is unique to you. So it touches the way you plan your mornings, how you dress, and how you carry yourself through the day. So when your presence supports your confidence becomes the byproduct, not the struggle. Let's make this more practical. So every woman is in a specific season, a unique combination of responsibilities, environments, and emotional energy. And when you identify your season, you can make clearer decisions about how you want to show up in it. So I want you to ask yourself 3 questions right now. What responsibilities are most important in this season? Are you in a season of raising young kids, rebuilding your career, serving in ministry, or growing a business? What environments am I stepping into most days? Home, office, church, community events, errands, school drop-offs? Each space carries energy differently, and your clothing can support you in moving between them gracefully. So what kind of presence will best serve the people around you? Do you need to bring calm, authority, warmth, structure, inspiration? Once you answer those questions, you can start shaping your daily choices around what this season truly requires of you. So here's what that looks like in practice. If you are in a nurturing season, choose softer fabrics, approachable colors, flowy silhouettes. You want your presence to communicate that warmth and calm. If you are in a leadership season, structure your outfits. Tailored jackets, clean lines, defined waistlines. You want to project clarity and authority. If you are in a rebuilding or healing season, simplicity is key. Neutral palettes, fewer decisions, comfortable but composed pieces. You want to conserve energy and create stability. If you are in a creative season, that is when you get to play with the color and texture and accessories that inspire you. You want to express freedom and vision. If you are in a stretching season where you're juggling many roles, build uniform systems, outfit formulas, keep a set rotation so your energy goes to what matters the most, not what to wear. The point is not to dress up for a role. It's to dress in alignment with the grace that is required for this moment. So every season has a style language that supports it. And when you learn that language, life will feel lighter. So when I teach women how to align their calling and presence, I focus on 3 pillars: modest, simplicity, and stewardship. Okay, so let's walk through each one. Modesty. Modesty isn't about hiding your body. A lot of people freak out when they hear that word. It's about highlighting your message. When your clothing honors your voice, people will listen differently. Your outfit no longer distracts from your words, it supports them. So ask yourself, does what I'm wearing allow people to focus on my message, or does it make me blend into that noise? Dressing with modest confidence doesn't mean dull. It means defined. It's not shrinking. It's standing tall without having to shout. Number 2 is simplicity. Complexity kills confidence. When your closet is cluttered, your decisions are too. When your mornings are frantic, your peace gets sacrificed. Simplicity is what gives you space to think, breathe, and to be patient. And that is why I teach structure around wardrobe and color and preparation, because simplicity, it's spiritual. It brings peace into your home, order into your mind, and clarity into your day. And especially if you are in one of those roles where you are juggling a bunch of stuff, if you are trying to heal from something that has happened in your past, this is going to bring the most peace into your mind, into your home, and into your day. You need to ask yourself, what can I remove so I can show up with more intention? Less noise equals more presence. More presence equals more impact. And that's what we want. That is our whole purpose, is to make an impact for God's glory. Number 3 is steward. Your body, your clothes, your time, your gifts, they are all resources that have been entrusted to you. And when you take care of them, you are honoring God's design. You are saying, I value what He has given me, and I will steward it. So stewardship looks like maintaining your clothes with care. Stewardship looks like maintaining your clothes with care, choosing quality over quantity, dressing in a way that supports your assignments instead of hindering them, treating your presence as preparation for service, not self-obsession. And when you approach style from that perspective, guilt leaves. You no longer feel vain for caring. You feel responsible because you're carrying a message worth representing. So let's put this together into a framework that you can apply immediately. So I call this the present alignment framework. It is a simple 3-step process to bring your calling, confidence, and clothing all into agreement. Step 1, identify your role for the day. Before you even touch your closet, pause and ask, what role am I showing up in today? Are you leading, nurturing, creating, resting? Each role requires a slightly different version of you, and that's okay. When you define the role, you take out the guesswork of getting ready. So you don't have to even think about what you need to wear. You just wear what you need to wear. So step 2 is choose your energy with intention. Once you know your role, you decide what energy will be the best to support it. For example, if you are leading, choose focus and clarity. If you're parenting, choose patience and playfulness. If you are healing, choose rest and renewal. Your outfit should quietly reinforce that energy. Color, fit, fabric, all can serve as visual reminders for your intention. And that's the most important aspect of all of this whole thing. The clothes you wear, it's not for the outside world. It's a constant reminder for yourself of how you should be showing up. Okay, so step 3, dress in agreement now. Pull together an outfit that matches your role and your energy intention. Okay, so then ask, does this outfit support what I need? Does this outfit support what I need to do and who I'm becoming? If it does, you're aligned. If it doesn't, you will feel resistance. Your posture will tighten, you'll tug, you'll hide, you'll second guess. That discomfort isn't vanity, it is misalignment. And do not confuse that resistance, with actually showing up and just not feeling in alignment yet. So you got to be careful with that. You do not need to overhaul your closet to fix it. You just need awareness and small adjustments. Like we've said previously, intentionality is what matters. You need to be intentional with where your wardrobe is going. And the more often that you practice this alignment, the more naturally it will come to you. Your closet becomes a reflection of your clarity. Your mornings become an act of preparation instead of frustration. Your day becomes a stage for purpose and not performance. And when your calling becomes clear, what do you know? Confidence will follow, because you are no longer dressing or acting to impress. You are dressing to express your calling, your purpose. You are living with a sense of direction that grounds you. And direction always produces peace. Think about it. So when you walk into a room, unsure of who you are and what you represent, you look for cues. You wonder, do I even fit here? Am I too much? Not enough? But when you know your assignment for the season, your energy shifts. You stop performing and start being. You speak slower. You make eye contact. You stop apologizing for taking up space. Think of that job that you got unexpectedly. But it's like, you know that this job was for you. You know that there's no one else that could fill this role the way you can. You show up with confidence. Whether you get it or not, doesn't matter, because this role was made for you. So you start listening, start contributing, you start leading. Your confidence becomes less about what people think of you and more about what God is doing through you. And that is the kind of confidence that lasts. That is real, true confidence. And that's what I mean when I say your clothing and calling are more connected, because the moment you get clear on one, the other begins to transform naturally. So let's talk about the spiritual side for a quick moment. Every woman is created on purpose for a purpose. I am constantly saying that, on purpose for a purpose. Many have forgotten what it feels like because life's demands have buried their sense of identity, especially if you're a mother, especially if you're an entrepreneur, especially if you have a business of any kind. So before we go any further, I want you to hear this clearly. You are not behind. You are not less than. You are not forgotten. You are in process. And every single season in life, the stretching, the waiting, the quiet, the busy, it is all preparation for what is next. Your calling is not something you discover once and you get to hold it forever. It's something that you have to respond to daily. Each morning when you wake up and you choose to show up with intention, you are saying yes to your assignment for that day. When you get dressed with purpose, you are saying, I'm ready for what today holds. I am willing to represent him and that's what it means to live your calling in everyday life. It's not something that needs to be dramatic. It is disciplined because it is so deeply spiritual. So let's take a moment to reflect real quick. You might even grab a journal or your phone notes for this part. Ask yourself these questions. And if you could even answer them quietly, write them down. What parts of my life feel heavy? So these are often the areas where you're operating outside your grace zone or carrying too much alone. What parts of my life feel light or fulfilling? These often align with your natural calling. Where do I feel the most peace when I show up as myself? That is the clue to your divine assignment for this season. What environments do I enter that require my presence at its best? Your wardrobe, mindset, and preparation should support these environments. What is one small way I can show up differently this week that reflects my true calling? Maybe it's showing up on time. Maybe it's wearing an outfit that makes you feel good, that makes you show up differently. Maybe it's simply deciding to stop apologizing for being in the room. And these aren't surface actions. They're very spiritual recalibrations. One decision at a time. That's all it takes. That's what I'm always telling my son. 1% better every single day. That is all I ask. Do your best, 1%. Tiny bit, but you're still moving in the right direction. Write your 3 calling words. These words that describe the energy you want to bring into every space this season. For example, graceful, grounded, bold. Build a calling outfit. This could be some type of a uniform, a really beautiful dress, really beautiful earrings. And that is your outfit, your calling outfit, your uniform that captures those words. Whatever the uniform is, it doesn't have to be new, just intentional. Hang it at the front of your closet. Wear it on one day that matters the most. Maybe it's a meeting, maybe it's just church, maybe it's on a date with your husband, or even just a day at home when you need to feel that extra confidence to really solidify what we are doing here. This intentionality for this year, we need it to happen. So as you wear it, remind yourself, this is me showing up for my calling. It's not about the clothes, it's about the agreement, the alignment with who God needs me to be and who I am becoming. When your outer world agrees with your inner world, everything changes. Confidence gives you strength. Calling gives you direction. And when those two align, you stop having to fight to move forward, and it just starts flowing naturally. Now that you know how to identify your season and aligning your presence with your purpose, we are going to make it even more practical, because in the next chapter we will cover one of the most tangible ways to support your calling every single day: how to dress for your shape, not from a place of compassion, but a place of understanding. So your wardrobe stops fighting against your confidence and starts working for it. So be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss a video. Style is more than just clothes. It's more than just what you wear. It is how you step into your God-given purpose. I will see you all in the next one.